New York. A police officer named Francisco Garcia is basically costing the city of New York several $100,000 right now. He's been put on desk duty after he was caught. Basically, and there's a video of this. They're arresting someone. A black man named Donnie Wright is just watching. He's a bystander. He's saying whatever he want to say, but it's a free fucking country, so you can talk. If you see a police arresting somebody, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. You ain't got to sit there and be quiet, right? So he's talking to the officer, saying some shit to him. All of a sudden, Francisco Garcia just grab him and start hitting him. Grab him and start hitting him, put him down. You feel me? Put his head into the ground. All this fuck shit, right? And when I see videos like this, it's a couple things that I think. Of course, we have police officers who just abuse their power, who were given power. Maybe they was suckers before they was cops. Maybe they was some fucking poo butts before they was cops. Now all of a sudden they got a little bit of power and they want to exert that energy on any and everybody that they can, right? But also we got to realize too, I know that I believe in us trying to create some type of black and brown coalition between black people, Mexican people, black people, Latin people who were actually black too, right? But I believe in trying to build some kind of coalition with them. But keep in mind, family, it's a lot of Latin people in this country. It's a lot of Spanish people in this country who don't give a fuck about black people, who look at us with the same disdain as the white supremacists do, right? So I'm not against calling that shit out whenever I see it, because I don't like when people look like they with us, or they come to you in, they're fucking wolf in sheep's clothing, where they acting like they cool and acting like they want to be one with you, but the whole time they calling you nigga, and they having all these derogatory words for black folks. Think about that. Think about how many races of people got a way to call us nigga. They got a different slang they use as a derogatory term for black folks. Ain't that some shit? Right? We don't necessarily sit around and do that. The terms that we use for other people, everybody use them. Shit. That shit ain't exclusive to black folks. But other races of people, they have this funny way of creating slang and dialect directed at us negatively, directly, right? But anyway, this guy not only did this incident, but he has like 7 other priors where he's been sued by the city. He's been sued by different residents, or sued by different citizens for racially profiling them, for whooping their ass for no reason, right? So what we have in this country, bro, family, what we have in this country is a police system, like a police union, that pretty much allows these officers to do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's why they feel like they can just put their hands on you whenever they feel like it. It's no goddamn reason. He punched this dude. Like, just because you a cop, just because you got a badge, don't mean you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, right? But I think a lot of times racist men, insecure men who aren't confident in themselves, men who were bullied as kids, men who have found it extremely difficult to get the woman that they want, all these type of men find a haven in places like a police force, because it's like you getting the power that you've always wanted, right? You're getting the power that society has denied you. And then when you look at black men, you look at how easy it is for them to get women. When you look at how easy it is for them to be charismatic, when you see how much they've been broken down throughout history, but we still move the culture in the United States of America today. Ain't shit cool without us, period. You see what I'm saying? So I think a lot of other races of people, they have disdain for us in any way they can find to neglect us, any way they can find to mistreat us, any way they can find to treat us, how white society treats us. They gonna jump on that opportunity. You feel me? And again, I don't know this guy personally. I'm going by his track record. I'm going by looking at his actions, and that speaks volumes, family. So he may not be racist, but what the fuck is this? He's definitely abusing his power. You feel me? And when I'm looking at the incidents he's having, of course, he's messing with brown and black and brown people, because that's the area that he's sent to police in. But giving this dude desk duty, I think he got like desk duty where he's gonna be at his desk for a while. What the fuck is that? They always get slaps on the wrist when shit like this transpire, right? Where in actuality, this motherfucker need to be fired. Some of these cops as punishment, they need to get put inside of the jail system. The same system that they spent locking up people unfairly, they need to be put inside that same system and see how they fare without no goddamn protective custody or no bullshit like that, right? So until these cops get fired or actually put in jail, which I don't think in America we will see a time where the police forces of America are policed by a higher force that prevents them from mistreating black and brown people. I don't think we're going to get to a point where that's the case. So that's why we need to continue to police ourselves. That's why we need to continue to figure out different methods and different methodologies that will allow us to unify, right, in different ways. Because we can sit around and talk about white supremacy and talk about racism. These things are true. These things are true. But at the end of the day, we need to find a way to love each other. We need to find a way to come together on our own, right? Because this shit ain't gonna stop. So like I was saying, family, unity is definitely the key. Teaching our family about how racism works, getting the best understanding possible of how to deal with these people. All of these things are going to help us when it comes to us liberating ourselves. And I don't see the police unions, the police departments of America, going back to the slave patrols, they've always treated us a particular way, family. We've always had a fractured relationship with these people. And again, I'm not talking about all cops. We should all be smart enough to know that we're not talking about, we're not speaking in absolutes right now. But there's definitely police officers around the country who are not only just a part of white supremacist organizations, but also are out to terrorize black and brown people, right? So we just need to be aware of these type of incidents and figure out the best way to fight these type of things moving forward. And also, one thing I will say, family, like on some real shit, we need to also determine or come to the conclusion that when I look at my community specifically, and when I look at like what the kids that I grew up with wanted to be when they were older, because of our relationship with the cops, because of how we seen them treat our brothers, our cousins, our fathers, right? We didn't like them. The relationship was fractured. But at the end of the day, maybe we need to start telling some of our kids, hey, maybe you need to be a cop. Maybe you need to try to infiltrate this system that has done us wrong for so many years. That's something to think about. Because again, that's a tough scenario, because sometimes when you enter into a police force and you the one that try to do the right shit, they ostracize you and get you fucked up because they be on some gang shit to a degree. You feel me? But at the end of the day, what else can we do? We need to figure out ways to not just improve our relationship with law enforcement, but figure out what we can do personally to fix this shit. Because relying on the system to help us in any facet doesn't seem like it's been helping good enough. Doesn't seem like it's been a good answer so far. So we need to figure out other ways as black folks we can come together and fix different problems that we see in the community. You feel me? Now, enough for the news stories today.